day number 3 of my 14-day day quarantine to fight COVID. So today I'm gonna share with you three simple things when you're in quarantine. But the best thing is you can apply those high performance concepts even when you're just at home, and you don't have to stay at home, and you don't have to stay in a hotel in quarantine, because they work anywhere. And I took some notes that I keep it pretty simple and short. And by the way, it's a beautiful day today. Look at this one. Yeah, it's nice and warm, so fantastic. So I'm still not allowed to leave the room. Thank God I got given a room with balcony, so I can go outdoors here onto the tiny balcony and do my exercises, my rehab exercises, because fresh air, being outdoors, a little bit of sunshine really helps or supports the immune system and helps me speed up my recovery process. So listen, are you ready to hear the now 3 things you can do when in quarantine, or even at home and not in quarantine, the high performance way? Ready? Okay. Number 1 is, when you have your meals, sit down and take your time. You might think or say, wow, Renate, I have all the time in the world right now. But do you really kind of take time to sit down, eat, chew, appreciate the food? And what do I mean by taking time and appreciating not just the food, but also take time to set the table? Now, it's makeshift. Like, I use some napkins as table mats. Yeah, food comes in containers, in plastic containers, not what I usually eat out from. It comes with plastic cutlery. So we asked the hotel whether we could get some proper cutlery. And you know, if you ask them, if you don't demand anything crazy, they are very, very accommodating. So the hotel is really great. So got some really nice, proper cutlery. So setting the table means, you know, making sure you have an area. Don't eat on top of all your material, of your working paper next to your computer. Just clear some space. So if you have a coffee table, use this coffee table as dedicated dining table. Use any material, be creative, as maybe a placemat. Then you put your plastic container there, ask for some nice cutlery, put your glass there or your cup with water there, like you would set a table, you know, when you invite friends or when you go to a restaurant. Then you sit down, and how to sit on those funky sofas I will talk about and teach you about in another live stream or another live cast. And just chew the food, be grateful that you're still alive and kicking, and that you're really being taken care of. Well, yeah, the food is not what I usually eat, but there could be worse, right? So always think of something possible. And the good thing is lots of Indian food, and I love Indian food, so I'm not complaining at all. So eat in style, because if you just, you know, eat in standing, while standing or not paying attention, you might turn out a slob after those 14 days. All right, so number 1 is make sure you set the table like in a restaurant, and be very resourceful. It's very funny and it's joyous, and just to find out what you can do to look it nice. Number 2 is, like I teach my high performance coaching clients, like every 60 minutes you stand up, get off the sofa, get off the chair, get out of bed. If you're lying in bed watching Netflix while in quarantine, every 60 minutes you move, you stretch, you walk in place, you do some yoga poses, you do some breathing exercises. But every 60 minutes, make sure you re-energize. Have some water, because you want to be fully energized at the end of the day and at the end of the quarantine, and you don't want to be completely de-energized, completely, you know, frustrated. And the thing is, it's not the environment, it's you. You can choose. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. And you might have heard me say, and I even wrote in books about it, like, You can choose to complain, or you can choose to turn obstacles into stepping stones. And this is a fantastic opportunity to turn those obstacles, not the perfect food, limited movement, being locked in a room. Just use this, see possibilities and opportunities, maybe also for your personal growth. Right? So every 60 minutes, set an alarm on your phone. You stand up, get out of bed, get out of the chair and move. And number 3, one of the they seem to be very simple but very powerful coaching questions for high performers. People who really show up with heart, people who show up with passion, people who are successful. And it's not about money. Think of just 2 questions right now. I don't want to overwhelm you. I know you might be busy, watching TV. So at the end of the day, ask yourself the following questions. Did I give my very best today? And question number 2 is, did I show up as the best version of myself? But Renate, how can I show up the best version of myself, you might say? And I hear some of you say that. Because you think you can only show up if you're in the office. You might try to tell me you can only be the very best if you are amongst your buddies. So even when in lockdown, ask yourself, did I give my best today? Did I show up as my best version, as someone caring or supportive? Or was I grumpy? Was I grumpy with my partner, my kids being in the same room with me? Because everything and everybody is getting on my nerves. Ask yourself, are you caring? Did you call people? Did you reach out to people who need your help? Are you listening to their plight? Are you productive? Were you productive? Because even so you're in kind of lockdown, you can be productive. You can start to write this book you always wanted to write. You can design a course, right, to share your knowledge with others. You can create a course, actually. So this is not an excuse for not showing up as your very, very best self. Because if you are grumpy, if you're not caring, if you're miserable, and you might hate, some of you might hate me for saying this, but I tell you, as a coach, I am paid to usually, I know you're not paying me, you're paying me with time watching me, but people pay me to tell them the truth. Your friends tell you what you want to hear. A good coach tells you what you need to hear, right? So it's a choice. It's your responsibility. And if you are not taking the responsibility, if you are not stepping it up, probably it's not somebody else's fault. You are not as successful as you want to be. And I don't mean just like monetarily, like in financial terms. Successful as a parent, successful as a partner, successful as a business owner, successful as an athlete, right? Please share this if this is of value for people you know who need to hear this today. Please share, comment below, give me your number 1 challenge, whether you're in lockdown or not. What right now in those crazy times with lockdown being tightened in lots of countries and shops have to close and people are losing their income, what's your number 1 challenge right now? And for those who are still watching, thank you for watching. You're already different, because many people, they are just hanging around, wasting their time, and time is the only thing which we cannot get back. So as a recap, 3 things which will really shift the way you show up every single day, whether you are in quarantine or whether you're at home, whether you're in your business, whether you're in business meetings. Number 1 is sit and set the table. And here, set the table for enjoying the food. In a business meeting, set the table, like, you want to know where your water is, you want to know where your pens are, you want to know where your writing pen is, you want to know where the mouse is. Set it up in a way you like. Number 2 is every 60 minutes, and I challenge you to do this if you're the boss. If you have lots of team meetings, don't let people sit for 3 hours. They cannot be productive any longer. They need to re-energize. Make it a habit to stand up every 60 minutes. Let them stretch. Do some breathing exercises with them. Do some meditation. Yeah, I know, they might look at you like, oh my God, what happened to him or her? Crazy, right? But once they see the results and the change, they will see you even more as a leader. All right, and number 3 is, at the end of the day, ask yourself those questions and be honest to yourself. Did I give my best today? And did I show up the best version of myself, right? Write down what comes to mind. Start journaling. It's a great opportunity right now to start journaling. And if you don't have any, kind of booklets to write in, because handwritten is usually the best, okay, then be resourceful and write on your head, write into your computer, write into your phone. Hope this serves you, my friends. So today, 3 easy ways, high performance way to get through a pandemic, to get through lockdown, to get through challenging situations, on track, focused, and fully energized. My name is Renate, and I'm a high performance coach, Feldenkrais practitioner, and sports coach, helping people turn obstacles into stepping stones, overcome fear, and to find a more integrated, joyous, energized, but also sustainable life. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, put them here, and please do me a favor, share this, comment here. It will help me as well to see what you're struggling with, that I can give you some tools to get through those, and also to not give Facebook a reason to shut my account down, because it's all about a conversation, interaction. And if you like it and if you don't comment, Facebook might think, oh, nobody's interested, and it doesn't show my posts, my trainings to people who really might need this. It might be the game changer for them. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to dream big, believe, really believe that you can do it. It's a choice, and succeed, my friends. Love you.